games with these guys also. But now it looks like we're going to start. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Also, the guys watching later on YouTube, welcome to this finals of the 2 vs 2 Invitational tournament. We have here Veni Vidi Vici and Blackstar OP facing against Four-Master, that is PrinceofKabul, and Snow, that is Koenig Erik. So, yeah, they're on their smarts, but well, that's not
Yeah,
too
let's
bad.
let's just call them by the names that they have on their account right now. So we just call them Snow and Foremaster. It will be a bit confusing if we call them Eric and Prince, maybe.
Yes, I think so too. So we will just call them by what they are here, and I hope by now you will know what the teams are. So let's see. We have a Dutch versus Indian mirror. We did talk about it a little bit before, but of course, maybe not everyone has heard it yet. So what do you think of this combination of civs and this matchup, Umeu?
This is the EP, so Dutch has received a few buffs, notably to the banks, which make them quite good in the team games. Um, so, and India is a very strong Civ team already because they are not that food dependent. Usually, hunts are a big problem for them.
Yes, definitely. And unfortunately for them, there are no sheep or yaks or anything on this map, so nothing the Indian guys can gather to boost their XP. But other than that, there are some nice choke points here. I think you can block off with your Agra, like. Well, you can claim a lot of map control once you have this center portion of the
There,
map. So
that's
me,
true. There's just one problem because of the way the trade posts run through the map, like an X. There is a part of the map where it's a bit hard to place an aggro. And while there are no yaks, there are actually quite a lot of good wood or food treasures, which are nice for India. I
yes.
see 80 wood and some 50 wood treasures and 100 food, 90 wood. So there's a lot of good treasures here for India and also for Dutch actually. Also a lot of coin treasures.
Yeah, looks like we will have our first confrontation here in the center. Well, the envoy came a little bit too close and got shot by the envoy, but by the Gurkha, but now he's running away. Looks like Veni just going for the Gurkha first, trying to get a little bit of a small army up to get some more treasures. I think that's a good idea.
Yep, and it will be useful later on to deny a forward aggro maybe. Although I think actually in this matchup, since it's a mirror, we might see Karnimata coming from both players.
Yes, of course, when you have a mirror and you're the one doing the economic build, it's very hard, I find, and most people find, to break it with the more aggressive build, just because the distance you have to travel with your units, and because the eco guy will always have a few more units out than you. So I don't really
I'm
think.
not sure I agree with that actually. It depends on the map, of course, but especially on this map where there's not a lot of food in the back of the base, I
Yeah.
think that aggressive play is actually quite strong because you might not win if you do not overcommit in your first pushes and you can manage to just contain the map, then it's really hard for the defensive player to break out of the base later on.
Well, that is also true. So it's kind of hard to call it, but in some matchups, the more defensive guy will just have the better eco and get more units out later. But of course, if you're the aggressor, you can try to get some early advantage. So it's all dependent on the context, of course. But let's see. They're getting some 210 coin, actually really
Yeah.
nice for Dutch. So, and easy to take with 2 stuns and 2 ranged units. And on the
I
top,
think they already shot a smuggler before. I think it's 4 smugglers.
no, I think it's
Um,
3.
3? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I definitely
maybe
think.
a bit. Uh,
I played Dekken before, so, and this
okay.
is the game Treasure set as Dekken, I believe. So,
There's also a 5 delinquent Tuggy treasure defended by for 10 HP on the infantry. That would be really OP actually for both these civs because there are usually infantry powerhouses like Sepoy, Gurkha, and Dutch likes to make a lot of skirms.
yeah, I cannot find it. Oh, now I find it. Yeah, Apollo's Kuapo guides. Yeah, a lot closer to Prince and Snow, Formaster and
Yeah.
Snow. So they might get that at some point. We see the fort going up for Black Star, and indeed not really right in the center because there's the straight line here, but just behind it, so not going to be overly aggressive here. And I think it's going to be Carnimada for Master. So for
Yeah,
Master.
sorry, I'm just checking the mines and the hunts right now. Bit late on that, but it seems to be all pretty fair. So, yes, a Carnimata from 4 Master, and also no, and forward Agra, decently forward from Black Star.
Yes. So yeah, we will see some more defensive and more aggressive play here. Well, that's at least what I expect. Of course, Kanemara is a more economic choice. It will boost the gathering rate around it and give you crates when you're aged up. While the Agra Fort will act as a barracks, home city spawn point, and will give you 2 seaport once you age up. So it's definitely more like a short-term advantage. Well,
India
Karnimada.
players also going for a market. So even though Blackstar goes for the advanced Agra Fort, he doesn't neglect his eco. He already has his market up, and so did Four Master. I'm interested actually that none of them makes a TP. I'm quite of a fan of making a TP in transition or possibly even in H1, but none of these players, they play more old school India, so we'll see how it plays out.
Yes, and indeed, Blackstar making a mark and already doing a lot of upgrades here. So I think he's not going to get out that many units as he would normally. Maybe not going in immediately, but waiting for some backup from Vanny. So let's just see what he's going to do here. I'm going to switch to the shipments tab. Vanny and Snow both sending 700 wood, and I think that, well,
Yeah.
it is a
Both have 3 banks up now, or the third getting up. Although Snow is getting had his barracks first and his market a bit later, while Benny had his market a bit earlier and his barracks a bit later. I'm interested that neither of them is starting cab. Actually, all of the players going infantry, which is quite unusual in a team game.
yes, and of course, last time we talked a lot about this cavalry, and Vanny said it was almost always a required unit in a team composition, but maybe he's going to add it in later. And here we see the early push of Blackstar. Of course, he can get out these 12 sepoy. He got 2 from the Agra, and he sent 5 of them, and he built 5. So this early 12 sepoy rush is fairly standard.
And Four Masters barracks is a bit exposed,
Yes,
but it seems like Blackstar isn't going to attack the barracks, knowing that he probably wouldn't have enough time to siege it down.
exactly.
He's still one of the elephants, but he's losing a few sepoy as well.
Already 5 sepoy out, and the irregulars, and 4 skirmishers from Snow. So it's very hard to take down this barracks this early on.
We see the elephants attacking the skirms here.
Yes.
And any skirms are going to pick off one Vil. One Vil did go down from Four Master.
Yes.
So here we see aggressive play. Doing already a little bit of damage. We'll see if it is enough. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if this barracks goes down, I think it was definitely a successful push here.
Yeah,
those 2 elephants of Blackstar did a lot of, tanked so much damage of these skirmishers, and really gave them a chance to go in. And now this barracks is definitely going down. Look at this.
Yeah.
And
it was exactly the heroes of both players, Vanny's Explorer also, that kind of held off the skirms from Snow to make sure that they couldn't threaten the sepoy, and so the sepoy could siege down the barracks.
Yes, and now he can just go back, and it looks like he's Vanny immediately adapting to this skirmisher play here and this infantry game by adding some hussars. Well, first building his stable, and
we do see 4 solar out by War Master. I'm not sure if that was a good card to send because he cannot do that much with it right now. They're not that great at raiding, and so I think that was a bit of an overreaction here to losing his barracks. He is adding a constant now.
Yeah,
and see a constant yet. a consulate also coming up from Black Star.
Yes, and of course it's going to be a forward consulate here to send some units later on. And well, the military population is now quite even. Of course, these 4 Sours have been shipped and are very good against these skirmishers, but won't be so good at raiding. So let's see what use they can have here. And here we have 5 Hussars of Veni, and that means go time for them. So they're going in again.
Yep. And I'm not sure if there is enough anti-cav here for the Team Snow.
Yeah, there's only like 5 Sepoy and those irregulars. Well, they still got
can still call twice by those players.
Yes, exactly. So there's still some chance. The Hussars can't find a good position yet now, fighting against the Sours and the Sepoy. But meanwhile, the Sepoy and skirmishers are just doing tons of damage. So
being called here by Snow. I would like there are 5 more Sepoy coming from 4-master more skirm, so it does seem like they will hold, and they do have the skirm advantage here.
Yes, definitely.
They can push them back.
Yes, they got a huge skirmisher advantage here, and that is really what will keep them going here. Another 5 Hussar coming in, so these Sepoy should go back to the Hussar again. They went a little back to kill a hero, and now there's only a few Sepoy left, all getting picked up. And those Hussar got 3 skirmishers.
I think it was a mistake by 4-master to send the 4 Soar. He should have sent 5 Sepoy maybe, or gone Zambarax.
Yes, now
or even Gardeners coming in.
For both of them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and 8 pikes. So
8 pikes, okay, so that is really the anti-cav they really need. There are even 4 Sours and 3 Gardeners coming in by Blackstar, so those 8 pikes...
5 more Hussars as well.
5 more Hussars. Okay, so these 8 pikes are definitely necessary, so that's a really good call, but is it going to be enough? I mean, there's still a lot of damage output from all these skirmishers and Sepoy of Team Veni, and those will take down those pikemen pretty easily.
5 Sepoy sent by 4-master. There was a big score lead by Snow before. He was 30 points up, but with all his skirmishers, so did the disappear here. It's a very tense game, but you can see the aggression here, killing a few villagers, killing a lot of army, and wow, that how many Soars?
Yeah, I think he built 5 and he shipped 4.
He sent 4, yeah.
So now he's got 9 more Sours, and he's just picking off Sepoy actually at the moment, and I think they have got a huge advantage here, and I'm not quite sure how they will come back from this.
Yeah. You can see the barracks from 4-master going down. That was pretty big, because that's like 5 Sepoy that he misses, that he did not have in the fight, and also 200 wood, which could have meant like a stable. And if he had like 5 Zambarax maybe in that fight, he would have been a lot better off, because the skirmisher lead by Snow was so big that if he could protect the skirms, then they could definitely hold very easily.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they needed, Blackstar needed those 4. I mean, 4-master didn't need those 4 Sours, because they had such a huge skirmisher lead. If he just protected his skirmishers, he could take down the infantry army of the other team, but those 4 Sours definitely...
4-master losing a few more vills in a raid here, and another raid going on down here. He's gonna lose 1, maybe 2 more vills, possibly 3. He's gonna lose 3 vills.
Oh, 4. Let's see if 1 more goes down. Yeah, that's going to be number 5. A lot of Sours lost in that fight though, but now the economic unit population is 20 points in favor of Team Veni, and that's really
This is also what I meant, right? Because of they don't have the map, they have to go to hunt in like an awkward place, which is very hard for their army to defend, especially because 4-master does not have any cavalry. But we can also see a 2 Hussar raid here by Snow, picking off 1, maybe 2 vills there. A few Hussars going in that direction to respond, and we'll see if they can somehow come back into this game. They do have stabilized. Snow is still ahead score-wise compared to Veni, but I'm not sure if that's because Veni is trying to age up. We do see Veni is aged up, and we can see that Blackstar is also aging up.
Yes, and this is going to mean maybe it's going to mean go time for them. I mean, look at Formaster sending his infantry.
Master cannot age, and he's having Sepoy, which is kind of an unfortunate unit at this stage of the game. You want to have
Yes,
transition to Burka by now or Zams.
definitely, and I think they know that, so they think we have to push now. Well, we have a small military advantage because after.
Veteran skirms against normal skirms as well, and Snow no longer has the skirmisher lead. So
Yes, the only thing they have got going for them is that no cannons will come out from the civilization. Well, not from a shipment. The only cannons they can get is from an artillery foundry, because both of these civs cannot send 2 falconets. And 2 falconets would really be detrimental to this army. I mean, look at the infantry. So
there's Cav raiding around here by Snow. Doing a very good job. There's 9 Reuters being sent by Venny. And they do determine to take Urumi being popped, and
the
that
Urumi.
dispels. Yeah,
Yeah,
Urumi is about as good as cannons, right? Probably even
Yes.
better in this case.
Definitely a very good choice. Of course, it's if you can get right on top of the infantry, they will do exactly
I'm
the same
actually that
as falconets.
that he sent. I think he sent normal Urumi.
Yes, he sent 7 Urumi and not the team. Let's see what he's got. He's got both of them.
Yeah.
So
I would have sent team there.
I think he does that because, I mean, he wanted to pop them from his Agra fort, and the 5 of Venny would come way too late anyway, so he thought I'd just pop 7 of them. I think that's an okay choice. He can just send 5 afterwards. So. Snow still trying to do some raiding here and killed a lot of villagers on this berry bush. But is it going to be enough? The economic population is still about the same, but the military, both technology and population, is way in favor of Team Venny right now.
You can also see on the berry bush, by the way, that the bug, there are 3 vills idle, but they don't show up idle because they're trying to use the berry, but they don't have any place to go. So that's basically 3 vills being dead there.
Yes. And that's just because of the bug. Well, a berry doesn't have a villager limit on how many people can gather it at the same time. So if a villager doesn't fit on it, it will still try to gather, but it can't. And that's why you should have a limit on how many villagers can gather at one unit, from one unit at the same time. Like a mine has 20, I believe. So
Snow did just hit up to the Fortress Age, but we can see the score difference in the teams now. They're about 100 score behind combined score. Snow took a lot of damage as well while they were in his base. Well, not that much, but he lost a lot of military and took a few villagers damage. And Formaster just took, like, I think he lost like 7 vills and his barracks and stuff. So while the team Venny didn't lose any economic damage apart from a few raids that killed maybe 3-4 vills. So
yes.
And it's interesting to see Formaster now also aging up, but there's a push coming in here from Team Venny. And I'm not sure if they will be able to hold. Team Urumi has just arrived.
Yes, Team Urumi has already arrived, so now we have 10 more Urumi on the field, and those are just such a strong skirmisher type unit. They do range damage from up close, and they wreck all the infantry once they are up close, and yeah, that's going to be very hard to deal with, even with those riders who can run faster. Meanwhile, there are raids from Venny here.
And in this battle, we see the Coup Rider principle. We see Blackstar coming in with his disciplined Sepoy, and Coup Rider said, well, you just make Sepoy against skirms because they have the same speed, so once you're in range, the skirms cannot kite back fast enough, and it did seem to be true because the Gurkha didn't want to kite and they just ran. And by the way, 3 cannons out here from Venny.
And this is really going to be, I think,
huge raid by the way by Hackapels from Snow.
Hackapels, okay, and he's even got an upgrade for them. Let's see.
No, I don't think he sent. No.
If you hold your mouse on it, it says he's got Dravidian martial arts. So,
What's that?
but well, that's an Indian card, so I'm not quite sure how this
Oh,
works.
is that
It's the H2 card from Indian.
is that a team card?
No, it's not. So I'm not quite sure why it shows up on Hackabells. But now Formaster
Yeah.
has resigned. I mean,
I think, yeah.
yeah.
Right. I think that's a bug because the Hackapel attack was 121, which is normal.
Yeah.
And both resigned.
Well,
Good game.
Good game. Definitely exciting to watch, and yeah, you really.
A lot of action everywhere.
Exactly.
There was a red code raid going on, forcing Snow off his only mine. And this is what I said in the beginning of the game, right? Because they have this middle map secured, they have all these resources, these mines they have secured, while Snow and Formaster have to be forced awkwardly to the sides because in the middle of the map there's a lot of fighting going on. So they cannot really be there with their units, so they have to go to the sides, which makes it really predictable to know where they're gathering and easy to raid. Therefore, also because you cannot wall off the middle section of the map because the trading route.
Yes. Yeah. So definitely you can get a lot of map control because of how the map is shaped. Like it's not like an entire circle, but it's cut into pieces, and getting the middle of the map will give you a lot of map control here, and of course the Aqua Fort will definitely give you that control. So nice play by them, and of course some mistakes maybe by Formaster by sending those sours instead of.
Yeah, it's hard to say if it was a mistake because it's like if they pushed instead of went back and he wouldn't have sent those 4 sowars, then we would have said, well, he should have sent 4 sowars. So it's kind of, I understand why he did it because he just lost his barracks, so he had no way of producing units. So he has to send units there, but I think he should have cancelled it just before it came out because by then it should have been clear that they were not pushing in anymore.
Yes.
But it's hard to do that too because you're doing so many things. So if you're like 1 second late, you can no longer cancel your shipment. It's
exactly, and of course it's really all those small mistakes combined that will lose you this game. But I always find it. I always want to point out like what they could have done better, so you can a little bit learn from it. But it's very hard to pinpoint it exactly.
I understand what you're trying to say, and I agree with you. I would call it a mistake in hindsight, of course, because if they pushed in then and they got caught by the 4 swords, then suddenly it would have been a brilliant move.
Yes.
That's just the only thing that I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definitely. So it's really. It was definitely also very hard to call for Formaster what he had to do, so you can't really blame him too much for that. Let's see, I think they're switching up seats so they are the same.
So now
on the same
Danny and
spots again.
have to pick first, right?
And this is going to be High Plains, so definitely a very different map from the last one. I mean, we've got a lot of big hunts, but it's a very open map, a lot of raiding potential, 5 trading posts in that run to the center of the map. So yeah, let's see. What do you think is one of the better civilizations on this map?
I would expect maybe ports. Spain is good in 1v1, but I'm not sure how good Spain is in team. They are a bit awkward because they don't have a fast age and they're kind of they're not as adaptable, which is usually a necessary trait for a good team civ, that you can adapt easily. And we can see ports and Brits coming out from the Black Star.
Of course,
that's definitely a good combination.
Yeah, of course, ports with their second town center can claim a lot of map and hunts and resources early on, and Brits can make use of that. And
Brits can also establish map control of at least map vision because it's a quite open map here. So I expect to see a lot of raiding, and it will be easy, or it will be good for the to establish line of sight with the manners.
Yes, and I'm not quite sure how they are going to adapt to this. Maybe they're going a little bit more aggressive. We do see Russia here and France, so I guess it's a little bit more aggressive. Okay, Russia and France. So
Russia definitely a good choice here as well, and France, of course. You're always a solid team game, Civ.
yes, we have to record the game, and now I'm going to do the introduction. Also, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this 2 versus 2 finals. And we have Veni Vidi Vici and Blackstar facing off against Snow and Formaster, or Prince and Koenig Eric. And it's 1-0 for Team Veni, so the first thing I will do is adjust the score here. They're playing on high plains. We discussed it a little bit before. We have a more defensive and more aggressive civs, I think, here. What do you think of this matchup in general, Umeu?
I think it will play out a little bit as the last game, but this time we will see Team Eric going more aggressive, I expect, because of Russia will try to establish map control, but at the same time we might see some aggression from ports. Ports can be very fast, and Brits is usually aged up faster than French as well. Especially since this is EP French, which means that they lack 100 food rate. It is a 200 wood start, so we will see an early TP, I think, from French.
Yes, and
possibly ATP from.
Let's just see. Maybe even Portuguese wants to try to get a trading post. He did his spyglass right on the trading post, so it's almost like he wanted to scout those all out.
It does seem like he will do that because he puts details on wood.
Yes. ASAP. And now we've got 2 trading posts coming up right away, and
I think Snow, by the way, took the wrong trading post, and we might actually see Veni going for a trading post. I think so. We will see Veni going for a trading post, and he will go 3 vills and.
Okay, looks like there's a little bit of lag. You were half yellow, half green during the launch, indeed, during the lobby.
During launch. It did green up, I think, but I will check.
Okay.
I don't think last game was a problem.
Yeah, last game there was no problem, but it happened in the lobby. So.
Yeah, that was when I was watching the stream. I put the stream on. But now it should be fine. My speed test says it's just as a normal, so I'm not sure.
So you've got the stream pause now.
Yeah, I turned the stream off before the game started.
Okay. Well, let's see if there's anything else you can fix. Just try it now, and we can continue this game. Of course, Veni going quite. Veni going for an early trading post as British. Also got quite a greedy deck, I think. A lot of late game cards also.
Yeah.
And Portuguese. Okay, got the usual. No ATP.
I think I might know why it lagged, because I was checking the decks. That sometimes causes a bit of lag.
Oh, okay. I have not heard of that before, but sounds reasonable for this 10-year-old game.
I know if you go in checking your deck in the lobby, it will turn red.
Okay. Looks like Formaster going for an early settler here. Well, early settler treasure, and he can just take that without taking too much damage.
Then he is trying to take an 80 wood treasure, but Snow has seen it. So with his scout and his explorer is there to steal the treasure. And he should go in right now, and he will do that. He should have gone in a bit earlier, maybe. Then he could have crack-shotted it and stolen it, but Veni, of course, smartly going in there. So we will see who steals the treasure.
Let's see who's first here.
I think Snow is too far from the treasure. Oh, no, he gets it.
Veni definitely did a misclick there.
Yeah,
he didn't even try to take it, so...
sometimes it does bug out that you click it too fast, or and it will move around the treasure. And now we can see the scout coming in to attack the explorer. There is no longer a snare on the scout, otherwise
Yes.
Venny definitely lost the score. Now he may be able.
And Vayne going to the left side of this trade post because he already crack-shotted this treasure, one of the 4 outlaw riders. So
Yeah.
he doesn't want them. He doesn't want Snow to see that treasure is already vulnerable. So
It won't work because when you scout a trading post, it will immediately also show what's around it.
true
So I
that.
think that, and also the scout has a big line of sight. So
Yes, maybe it's already scouted and Snow will go for it.
okay, I will leave then. It seems that it's still too laggy. I don't know why. Because
Okay, I hope this fixes it because otherwise we have
yeah,
some kind of a problem. But
okay,
well,
I will be
see you next game, I guess.
okay.
Okay, so Umeu is going to go out of the casting for this game because there was a little bit of lag and maybe it would have been him. So we're going to try without Umeu in this game and going to see if that helps anything. Looks like Vayne barely got this scout. He got him to very low HP but didn't kill him. So that's unfortunate for him. All aging up now, and it looks like, let's see at the shipments. Yes, exactly. Black Star has got no shipment sent yet in the first age. So once he's aged up, he will send those probably those crates very early on, and let's see what he can do with that. Both of the heroes very close. Oh, 40% more HP for heroes, of course, nice. Looks like they're going forward and they're going to be a little bit aggressive here. I see no villager forward for Snow yet, so let's see if he's actually going to build a forward stable or just build something in his base. Maybe he's going even to build a forward barracks and stable. There's finally the villager. It's going to be a little bit late if he wants to be like right here, but that's not too bad, of course. Securing this hunt also, so that's a good place for this blockhouse, and he's going to be aggressive on the Portuguese then. He can take down this trade post, I think, pretty easily, but just because it's so close to his base. And what's going to be really important right now is where is Black Star going to build his second town center, and if it's going to be spotted early on, then or if it is not secured enough or doesn't secure enough resources, it's going to be a big game changer. So let's keep an eye out for this town center wagon. Vayne picking up some nice small XP treasure. Snow is here with his hero. I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. Trying to get some 30 wood, well, that's okay. Barracks in his base, and the town center just a little bit forward. Just doesn't secure this hunt, so that's a little bit too bad, but it does make his defensive position a lot better here. So and let's see, stable start for British. So is Blackstar actually mining any gold? Yes, he is. So it's going to be Musk Husk as a start, and of course the classic Russian opening is making 5 musketeers and sending 5 Cossacks, and here we see them already taking down this tower. It's not going to go down completely, but it takes 4 times the normal damage while it's being built, and that means it's already on 500 HP right now. And combined with these musketeers, I think they can take down this tower if no unexpected Minutemen or Hussar come out, and I don't think they will. So this tower going down, and that's like 250 wood. The knight right there, only at the cost of 1.5 Cossack. So I think that's totally worth it. It really breaks the defensive position of Vayne here. Of course, they aren't that close to Vayne as they are to Blackstar, so let's see who they are actually going to push, but still, it's really nice to have this tower denied, and makes raiding also a lot easier. Only 3 Hussar out for Vayne right now, so okay, looks like a villager came out to hurt this hunt, but got killed off. Got scared away. Now it's coming out, but still damaged, and had to go down back in the town center. A lot of Hussar and Cossack here, but the Musketeers cleverly going into melee mode, and even Minutemen coming out, so these Musketeers can slow down all the units, and the Minutemen can do a lot of damage. Also Veni got his 3 Hussars in the fight, so they should be able to hold this. However, those Musketeers of Fourmaster can do a lot of damage to the Musketeers of Black Star, so it's not only going to be Musketeers versus Hussars now. And let's see what's coming out next. 5 Musketeers. Fourmaster not going entirely aggressive here. He's got 700 wood and not a 13 Stralet, so he is thinking about his economy, probably ending a market. Let's see. Yes, already got steel traps and blazer mines, and he's still got some wood left, so might even build a stable or a trading post. Black Star and Veni are now secured. They are safe again, building a barracks, and the economic unit population is a little bit in favor of them, and it will only be get more in favor of them the longer this game goes, just because of the 2 town centers, and because Veni can still build like 10 houses, so can still get a lot of free settlers. 8 crossbowmen coming out, and combined with these Musketeers and 4 Hussar of Veni, it means go time for them. So they are going in second blockhouse for Fourmaster, trying to secure this hunt here. I think that's a nice choice. However, it doesn't help in this fight. It cannot shoot these units over here. And now they're just going to straight up siege this blockhouse. I'm not quite sure if it will really help them, just because of this backup blockhouse here, but it will negate the damage the blockhouse does. A lot of Hussars here from Veni, and he can take on these 5 Hussars of Snow here. Well, this infantry mass is actually pretty nice of Black Star. Of course, send both 6 Musketeers and 8 crossbowmen, so gets a lot of infantry out, but let's just see if they can actually do enough damage here. Already some Strelets out, and I would expect to see 13 Strelets here also soon. And let's see, 8 crossbowmen now out for Snow, but of course they have to travel a long time, and here it is, the 13 Strelets, and now it's going to be if they can kill off all the anti-cavalry, those 5 Hussars Veni has can really take down all these Strelets by themselves, and it looks like they're a little bit stuck. The units are walking here, and walking units of course don't shoot, and Veni can do a lot of damage with his Hussars against these Strelets. And now finally the 8 crossbowmen of Snow coming out, but just a little bit too late maybe. I mean, the blockhouse is now already down, and most of the anti-cavalry is also down, and even more cavalry of Veni coming. And of course Russia can have a hard time dealing with this cavalry, especially once their Cossacks are all gone and they're trying to switch to Strelets. Also Snow doesn't have a barracks, so no, well, he does have here, but let's see what is in queue. There are Musketeers in queue, so they will have some more anti-cavalry here soon. I think that's really what they need, but this raid can probably kill a lot of villagers if it's not scouted on time. Here it can only kill few villagers, so I hope these ones are also alert. Let's see if any civilization is trying to age up. Black Star is saving up a lot of resources here. Veni also saved up a lot of food, but that might be just a macro mistake. Let's see how many villagers here will go down. I already see some Hussar going down, so that was not really the most effective raid maybe, but it still distracted them, so I think it was still good to try and poke in a little bit. Of course they have to win a lot of time, because now Black Star is finally aging, even sent colonial militia at the start, so it's going to be really hard to break his position, and I'm not quite sure how they can if they can punish this H-up, they are now pushing in. They've got the military advantage by a little bit, but of course the Russian units aren't as strong as regular European units. So we will have to see what damage they can do. Already taken down a villager, that's nice. And now it really comes into play that Veni doesn't have a tower anymore, because that would really have helped him here with being defensive and trying to get the H-up. And now Black Star's H-up, Town Center immediately going to these resources here, trying to secure this hunt. And let's see what shipment we will see coming. He's got some nice good shipments. Of course the organ guns aren't as good as 2 falconets, but they can still do the job of tearing apart like these Russian armies. They can do so much damage against these infantry armies, so can still be very strong, especially if you have enough anti-cavalry. And Veni just has a very strong army here. It's got like 20 musketeers and like 12 hussars, and together they can do a lot of damage, especially if he's going to upgrade his musketeers here. Yes, making veteran musketeers, and even got the team card 8, 10, no, it's 9, it's actually 9 castors coming out from both these barracks. And let's just see what is going to be the next card for Black Star, because that's going to be very important, because it's going to be an H3 card. Russian now also aging up, so can they hold this? If they can, then this H-up can really give them a set of new good cards, like the 2 falconets and of course the unit upgrades. So let's see if they can actually hold this nicely. The one thing they've got going for them is that there aren't too many skirmishers out for Black Star yet, so they can just hold this with strelets. It's not a big deal that the skirmishers of Black Star have much more range, so they do have got that going for them. But of course later on more castors are being added, as you can see, and even at artillery foundry, so they're really going for the infantry here. And if a lot of cannons come out, that's going to be very hard to hold. You see Veni disrupting the eco of Snow a little bit, trying to raid around, but Snow has got a few goons running around, so just take down these hussars. They are faster and they've got range, so these goons can deal with hussars pretty easily. Veni also trying to raid here in the base of Four Master, and not getting very successful yet. Again, there are dragoons of Snow. Snow very on point with his dragoon control, even more coming in from here and trying to get the passage for them going, like cut off the passage of the hussars, and they do that nicely and clean all those hussars up. And I don't know if Veni will still go so heavily on cavalry now as he did before, because they've got a lot of anti-cavalry here now instead of in the H2, and it's actually going to be culverins, not a lot of organ guns, because of course both Snow and Four Master H3, both of them can send the 2 falconet shipment, and one of them has already done it. Let's see what Four Master is going to send in his 3rd age, and those 2 culverins are going to make short work of these falconets. I think 2 hits kills a falconet, so they have to be very careful with their falconet control. And also 2 organ guns coming out. I'm not quite sure where they're going. Okay, now they're going back into this fight. Let's see, those culverins are almost in range. I think this is like 40 range and they've got 34 range, so it's they should be really careful. They did take out this trading post, so that's a nice job by those falconets. So culverins going into, oh, nice shot there. Let's see if the culverins can actually get a shot. Yes, and 2 shots, and now the falconet is down. 5 organ guns from Black Star OP, and it's going to tear apart all the infantry here. They have to make sure they've got enough anti-cavalry here. Of course, culverins are not really going to be a problem because they have culverins themselves, and infantry is not going to be a problem with these 5 organ guns. So anti-cavalry is the one thing they should be careful of. Snow has left some goons here, and that's very nice because Veni tried to go in again but really got denied again just because of few goons. Maybe Snow loses a villager or 2, but on the other hand, Veni losing a lot of resources just by having those hussars run into that, and now trying to raid up here. Of course he does see these dead hunts, so maybe he thinks he can take some villagers there, but it shouldn't take too long for Snow to respawn again with his goons. How are you going to break this? Well, do they have an artillery foundry? If they don't have an artillery foundry, then culverins are not really going to be an option. Yeah, as you can see here, Veni trying to push in, killed some villagers, so nice job by him, but the musketeers are now here finally to shut it down. And looks like Snow is now going to go in with his goons, of course, fast units and have range, so are good for flanking and raiding and doing like this tricky stuff here. I think they're just going to go into raid. I actually thought they might go in and try to snipe these cannons, because if you come from this angle or maybe from this angle, you can try to take down a few artillery units before you're being completely shot down. So, but he's choosing to go for the raiding option, just trying to get their ego a little bit down, and he's doing a nice job with that. But of course, that does mean they can just push along with no defensive measures, just because all the units of Snow are here. One culverin coming out for Snow, and a culverin, I don't know what damage it does to an organ. Does it shoot it in one go? Yes, it does kill it in one go. However, these two culverins of Blackstar just killed the culverin of Snow, so it didn't do that much. It killed the organ gun though. Now even 4 Mamluks out, and the Snow's goons are just way out of position. They were right in the middle of Veni's base and not right here. Let's see what these goons can do. Can they kill all these organ guns and the Mamelukes? Can they do enough damage so they can hold this? I think they can. There's not that much skirmishers left, and they're just shooting these organ guns to stretch in a few shots. Oh, they have to focus on the cannons. Now they're focusing on the culverins. These culverins just killed the 2 falconets of Formas, and that's really unfortunate. If these culverins were targeted a little bit before, or if these falconets came out of this side instead of right here, out of the blockhouse, then they would have a huge 2 falconet advantage, which would really help them. It looks like some oprichtniks wanted to try to raid here, but getting shot down by a few hussars, so nice job by Blackstar there. And now they have actually got a good position here. I mean, they've still got a lot of goons and upgraded strelets, not upgraded with the card yet. With Boyars, which is of course a very good card, but also Musketeers upgraded, so the infantry mass definitely strong for Formaster. Well, this anti-cavalry mass very strong for Snow, and now I hope he will take down these hussars first. Okay, looks like he won't. He's just going to go straight for the villagers here, and those Castadors of Blackstar can't really deny these goons, because Formaster going in here with his Strelets and Musketeers, so a lot of free villager kills from Snow, and look at the economic population. It's dropping quite fast for them, but they're still in a huge villager advantage. Like I said at the start of the game, Ports and Brits will only scale harder than Russia and France. They both scale pretty well. Russia of course training villagers faster, and French training better villagers, but Ports is just insane once it has 3 town centers. It does have Blackstar does have to go on mills now, so it makes his villagers a little bit less effective. Veni now trying to just focus on Snow alone, so all his units he's making from his barracks and stables going straight to this base. They're fighting with towers over this mine, so it looks like they're really fighting over the resources now. So very exciting, and let's see what damage Veni can do. He's got a lot of longbowmen, not quite enough anti-cavalry yet, so I hope he's got some more later on, because only got 5 hussar and 5 musketeers here. On the other hand, there's no big cavalry mass for Team Snow and Formaster, only goons and not hussars, so these longbowmen should be relatively safe and should be able to do a lot of damage, already denying a mill here, and now just pushing in 5 gendarmes of, well, there's still cuirassiers here, are here, and if they just go down and bash into this longbowman mess, then all these longbowmen will go down very easily and very quickly. On the other hand, Voormaster really pushing in here with his infantry mass and got the girlfriend of Snow with them, but it looks like there's a lot of lag suddenly, and yeah, I already also saw it, and it looked like a little bit of like the computer lag, where the computer wasn't able to handle it or something, and not really looked like the lag where the internet connection is not stable enough, but that's just how it felt to me. Let's see if they're ready again. Out of sync. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay, so this basically out of sync happens. It can happen like in these cases when there's too much lag and the players don't sync up again, or just a random bug, and it happens whenever it feels like it, and that's just so bad. That really sucks. This game was very exciting and still could go on for a little bit longer. I feel it wasn't really too much into one team's favor. It was still very exciting, and that's really unfortunate. I also think now the recorded game has not been saved. Yeah, this really sucks. A lot of big balls, and yeah, I really don't know what to think of it. Like, that was just such an amazing game to watch. I really liked it. I hope. Well, I did have fun, so. I'm not going to call this game in favor of one of the teams. I find it a little bit too hard to call, but I am very curious to what you think, so please let me know in the chat. Let me know who you think had advantage here. Your win, French had no gold, I took a... Yeah, it was... They're even discussing it themselves, that it was that close, so... Well, looks like they're just... I don't know who would win this. Yeah, it was very close, so... guess we just try to play this again. Yeah, of course they really don't feel like playing the same match again. Yeah, I understand why they don't feel like... I will quickly restart the entire game, I think. I'm just afraid it will out of sync again otherwise, so... We're not going to give the win to anybody, they're just going to replay it. What I would like, to be honest, is... that they can play the different map first, so maybe the map for the third game, just to give some variety. But if they're okay with just going into this game, the same matchup again, then I think it's fine. So yeah, let's just try again. Yes, coin flip might have been a good idea here. I think, considering all the circumstances, the fair outcome would be to disqualify Bonang. Okay, so a lot of good suggestions here. I'm going to ask if they can just play on a different map first, but MC Jim said in the chat that they have to replay, so host canceled the game. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So this is very unfortunate. Okay, looks like we've got a new lobby here. Oh, I'm not in the right spot, so I get removed. It started freezing and now suddenly it was out of sync. Okay, a lot of discussion in the chat about who would have won, and I really like that. It just shows how close this game was and how exciting it was. So I really like that. Yeah, if somebody wants to cast with me, I think he can. Looks like already Stanley is available, but I hope Jim will see this. Okay, it looks like they don't want to play the next map, and if one guy says we don't want that, then I think they have got the right to just play this map again, just because it's the original rule. So we are just going to replay this map again. Oh, looks like I have to pick another color. Let's see. I think pink suits me well. So, alright. Once Veni has readied up, I will click in and we will start this next game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2 vs 2 Invitational Tournament of ESOC, and this is going to be the finals. We already have seen one game. It's now 1-0 for Team Veni and Blackstar, and they're playing against Voormaster and Snow. They are called also PrinceofKabul and Koning Erik, so it's however you want to call them, but in this game I will just call them Voormaster and Snow because it's the displayed name, so it's a bit easier to understand. This is a replay. It means the last game was never finished because of a bug. We all out of sync out of the game, so we have to replay this map. So they've got a little bit of experience on it, already played against each other, so they might know what the other guy might do, or they go for an entirely different strategy and try to get an advantage that way. Let's see. Blackstar put his spyglass here. Very interesting position. I'm not quite sure what he wants to see here. Maybe the trading post like this one, but I don't know. It's of course British, and okay, so Portuguese is now here. Okay, so at the first game Portuguese was here, British was here, and here was French, and here was Russia, but now it's all flipped, so I have to adjust to that a little bit. I'm used to seeing it the other way around. Anyways, looks like he just wanted to scout a hunt here or something. Let's see. French immediately going for an early trading post, getting that up, has to chop a little bit more wood, of course, for his house. Russia just scouting around. Looks like Veni might actually try to find a trading post. He's chopping a lot of wood, so yeah, he's actually going for a trading post here, so interesting to see British doing that first. We also saw that last game, so not too surprising, I guess. And let's see if Blackstar is also going for a trading post. Last game he did, but looks like he won't this time, so just getting this, what is it called? Iroquois Tomahawk with his hero Ranombros, and already taking down the scout of Snow. Very good small advantage by them. Will really make their scouting potential a lot smaller. Just okay, so the Tomahawk was now also dead, but I think that's a good trade. I mean, it was a free Tomahawk and a free scout, but the scout just is very good at raiding and even can go in stealth, so you can see some villagers or forward bases or armies coming. So definitely nice job by them taking down this early. Okay, there was a beep from my old chat I had with Umeu when he was still casting, and they are now going for this 320 XP. Of course, if you have two people, you can go for it fairly easily. You can shoot down two of them and you can melee two of them. In that case, you have 320 XP for free, and that means an entire shipment. And that's like in the first age that's like 300 resources. In the second age it's like 700 resources. So it's definitely a huge treasure, and well, it's not really game-changingly strong, but it's definitely very strong if you can take it without taking too much damage. I would like to see them take this scout actually, but I think that's a good treasure. It's one scout for one crack shot, and of course crack shot just recharges in 90 seconds, so you can just crack shot this, and once you're to your next treasure you can try to take it, you can have it recharged again. Veni just going all alone, not really going in his base, going out, scouting, getting a trade post, and now getting 70 XP, so minding his own business. 140 food for Snow, a very strong treasure indeed, maybe one of the best treasures in game. You can shoot down the outlaw riflemen and then take down these coyotes, and then you can have 140 food early on. French is missing 100 food crate in the first age on this patch, and this 140 food will give him the advantage that he misses as French, and that's definitely going to be a very strong treasure. Looks like again Formaster is going to be a little bit aggressive, making a forward blockhouse just like he did last game. I'm going to try to not reference too much to last game, but on the other hand it does give us some insight in like what their plans are and what their strategies are going to be. I'm going for hunting dogs early on by Snow, and looks like 210 XP also in favor of Veni and Blackstar. Now they've got a lot of XP here. Veni already picked up 70 here, and now another 210. This villager could not go in to steal it. Oh, it's actually trying to hunt. I thought maybe the villager wanted to steal the treasure, because villagers can pick up treasures, but they're just going to hunt this herd. But it does mean the forward blockhouse and the villagers here have been scouted by Veni and Blackstar, so they have to be careful not to be not to get scouted out or raided here or something, or and of course this intelligence that there's a forward blockhouse here gives them the opportunity to adapt to that, burning their town center and the tower a little bit to this side. I think it's a nice adaptation of what they're doing. Maybe if there was a blockhouse here, they would have more tried to secure this side, but now they're really expecting pushes from here, from the north, so they're trying to secure that side, and I hope they will not lose a villager here. They don't have great coach yet, and if this hussars, these musketeers and the Cossacks can go in at the right time, they might be able to take down a villager, but looks like they are just in time in their town center. And now they've got the tower here and a town center that does damage. They even have a hero here, but it's now going down, unfortunately. So this early push has been well, denied for now. It didn't do too much damage. It did deny a little bit of gathering time, so it was okay. Looks like Snow trying to scout him out with his hero again from the back, and even got a scout and now putting it in stealth, so definitely very nice. He can put it like let's see what's a good spot. Maybe here, try to see if units are coming, or maybe near a hunt to see when villagers are trying to gather there. So lots of good points to put your stealthy scout. And now let's take a look at the shipments, because I saw, yes, a lot of Cossacks here, so 9 Cossacks already on the field, so a total of 9, which means 5 have been shipped and 4 have been shipped. And together with a few hussar from Snow, let's see what there are, 3 hussar here from Snow, that means they have got a reasonable army here to push. On the other hand, Blackstar sent both 700 foot and 8 bows, so can spam out a lot of infantry early on trying to deal with the units. Snow trying to pick off some villagers here. Let's see what units have been lost so far. One by Fanny and one by Blackstar, not too bad. And they are just going to keep trying to go in. On the other hand, Veni now catching the hussars, so nice job by him, nice reaction, and taking down those 2 hussars. 6 musketeers coming out for Blackstar, and that means he's got quite a big army here. If you see the military population, Team Veni and Blackstar is actually quite a bit ahead, so they are actually going to push out here, maybe going for the blockhouse. Well, of course the units first, but the blockhouse can be a good thing to take down. 5 more hussars from Snow and 13 strelets from Formaster, and that means that the military population is quite even, so it's really all about the micro here. Now all the hussars and Cossacks are here in one fight, facing over each other. The musketeers were not really able to take down the hussars early on, they were on the other side of this battle, so trying to get into a good position here. Of course, the crossbowmen not doing so well here against the hussars, getting taken down very quickly. 5 more musketeers coming in from Snow, so now they've got quite a decent force, but 4 more hussars from Veni, and if they take down enough anti-cavalry, then they may be able to do a lot of damage to these strelets, but there's still quite a lot of musketeers here left, so these hussars not really doing too well, so only 2 of them left, and looks like now Blackstar going back again, and 8 crossbowmen for Snow, so going to supplement in their anti-infantry composition, so nice job by them reacting to this this push they are making. Let's see, trying to do some raiding here, Veni building forward manor houses for the line of sight, and this battle still going on. Hussar from Snow trying to snare the units of Blackstar so they slow down and the units of Fourmaster can catch up and shoot. So definitely that's one of the most basic strategies, trying to snare units so they the other units can keep up with them and try to shoot them. Let's see, Fourmaster and Snow now going back again, maybe trying to go and poke in here. If they can cut off this villager, this hunting here, then they can really shut down the food production for Veni for a small time. Veni is trying to go in with 5 hussars here, so he should be very careful. Also has got these 2 hussars here, trying to raid a little bit, getting taken down by villagers actually. I hope Veni scouts this stable, it would give them some intelligence about what they're going to do. And now 5 more hussars going in, maybe going for these villagers here, or actually going closer to his town center. No, actually going trying to go in here, but 3 hussars of Snow deny that raid, so Veni going back again. They are still at their forward base meanwhile, and Blackstar has got his units up again. So looks like they're going to push out, maybe going to this trading post. It looks like he's walking straight to it, or he actually wants to just go to Snow. Let's see what they're gonna do. This raiding of Veni still going on here. Only 3 hussars of Snow were there to defend it, so the 5 hussars of Veni could just take them on. But now 5 more of Snow have come, so they can take down this raid. On the other hand, Fourmaster going back like very much in his base, like on the front of top of the map, just to shoot one time. I'm not really quite sure that was worth it. The hussars and Cossacks combined can just deal with those few hussars quite easily. So musketeers and strelets really didn't have to go back, I think. Now Veni, oh look at that, a few hussars of Snow intercepting the 8 crossbowmen of Blackstar. So that's a good job by them. Let's see, Snow has got no food at all. Let's see what he's doing. Now going back to his hunt, and really has to go out to get a little bit of hunt here. Maybe from here or here. But Blackstar right in the middle of his base, immediately starting sieging down all the houses. And yeah, what are you going to do if you have no houses? I mean, you cannot train any more units or send them. So that's always, I think, a vulnerable point. If you have forward houses, the town center can't really shoot your units yet, but you can just shut down the military production of the other player, so nice job by him. Meanwhile, Veni trying to take down the trading post, also weakening the economy. Fourmaster going in with his 9 or even 10 Cossacks at the moment, trying to do some raiding. Only 4 hussars here from Veni to defend it, but he's still well, won't lose that much villagers here, and even 5 more hussars of Veni. So that raid is definitely shut down. Blackstar now going back again. He just killed like four houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are the blank spots on the map. He just killed 4 houses and then he went back again, and that is really going to be good for him, just getting 400 wood of Snow. On the other hand, he's now going in with his hussars, trying to kill some villagers, and this mass can of course not keep up with that, because it's an infantry mass against these hussars. Okay, so Snow and Blackstar both in the Fortress 8. Now we have a little bit of an trying a raid here from Blackstar with 10 musketeers, but they are getting taken down quite easily by this infantry mass. Veni pushing out with his British army, even got a HP upgrade on his musketeers, so they're fairly good compared to the musketeers of Formaster, who is Russian. Black Star OP now upgrading his musketeers, going in also because it's 2 versus 1 here, and Veni doesn't want to fight this, of course. Snow still pushing in, trying to raid with his hussars, but Veni still on point of his hussar control and shutting down these raids. Both of the teams very nicely at shutting down the raids, so not too many villagers are lost for nothing, I feel. Snow should use his hussars here. Let's see what he can do with them. If he can slow down these hussars, then it should be fairly easy to be dealing with. On the other hand, there are not too many units of Snow now here anymore. It looks like he's got no military units at this moment, and that's just because he's got no food gathering for a long time, and of course he did age up, so he made no units during his transition, and that means I think there's quite a good place here for them to push in. Just look at the score difference. Veni and Blackstar really pushing in hard here, and the musketeers of Blackstar can take down this infrastructure very easily, so they should be able to deal with all these units very easily, and I'm not quite sure how they are going to come back from this. Snow is sending food, has sent food before and now sent goons, but he still doesn't have too much. Let's just see at the economic units. 31 growers. Well, yeah, the economic unit population is not that bad yet, but the military population and composition is just so in favor of Blackstar. Got a few organ guns, and together with the musketeers can just take down this entire army. And that's GG, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 2-0 for Team Blackstar and Veni, and that means only one more game do they have to win this finals. And Formas and Snow will really have to win some games here if they want to stay in this series any longer. So now we will just go into the third game. I will quickly eat a banana because I've talked a lot and it's really draining my energy, and my stomach is screaming for more food. So of course, bananas very healthy and give you a lot of energy, and there are a lot of sugars in it, but I think they're like good sugars who are not really immediately turned into fat into your body. So bananas are definitely great products. I would really recommend eating a banana during a stream. Gives you a lot of energy boost, and yeah, it really helps you going with streaming for so long. So already been talking for 2 hours, so that's why I'm losing a little bit of energy in my voice. If there's anybody who wants to cast with me, I heard Stanley Winston might come. Well, of course, just join me, but I'm not going to keep waiting for a cast because we have to get a little bit of flow into this series. Looks like they are not in this game yet, so let's see what they're going to do here. Looks like Formaster is now in this game, so looks like we have the hunt argument. again. I will try to look at the stats after the game. I'm sorry about that. Hello. I'm not quite sure, but looks in what I saw, the hands of them were both not the greatest, but both similar. So okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going into the third game. It's 2-0 for Team Fanny. There was a little bit of discussion about whether the Hans were fair, but well, now going into the third match, and it's of course if Veni and Blackshire win one more match, then they will win this finals and this tournament, so very exciting for them. On the other hand, for Master and Snow will have to win a little bit more games for that. Interesting map, Pampa Sierra. Of course you have the llamas on the left side and you have some strong treasures on the right side, and it's Aztec actually going out for let's see where they are here for 4 Master, and together with the British and against Russia and French. So very interesting combinations. Let's see if the Aztecs actually going to do some kind of timing push along with the British, or maybe if they want to do some kind of rush. But same goes for French and Russia, really, if they want to be very aggressive or just claim map control early on and try to get some sort of timing push out. Veni immediately going for a market. Of course, there is no trading post on this map, only the native settlements, but no trading post for XP, so no early trading post shenanigans, just early markets for some civilizations, 2 houses for Snow, and a fire pit for 4 Master, and just nothing for the Russian player, just a house to get his villagers out. Immediately going for 120 XP together. Nice treasure, easy to pick up also, didn't lose too much health here, only lost 100, and yeah, that's a nice pickup for them. However, they are splitting up here. One of the heroes, Snow, is going to the left to get all the yaks, and the other one is going to the right to get some more treasures, I think, because he's the Aztec hero. Let's see at the Huns. I think they're just all fine. Both of them got the second hunt. I think this is fine. Yes, for sure. So we will just continue this game. Let's see what they're going to do. Trying to steal some yaks, but of course French has got this scout. So it's a little bit easier for them to pick up a lot of these yaks. However, they're not scouting with their heroes, only with the scout. With the heroes, they're just getting more treasures. Now 90 food in the pocket, definitely a nice treasure for Russia. Let's see where they're going to go now. Stray Lamb is not too good. This treasure has already been claimed. And Aztec is getting more hit points on his Aztec, on his hero. And 700 HP is just so much, but when you age up, you actually get even more HP instead of other civilizations who only get like their 1.5k HP in the 5th age. They can get like in the 3rd age, they can get already a lot of HP on them because it scales better, I think, for them. And also he can go in cover mode. And cover mode allows him to tank a lot of range damage, so the Aztec hero is definitely very good, can really swing a battle if a lot of skirmishers are focused on the Aztec hero, and he can just tank all that damage. Now getting this Stray Llama, there are not that much good treasures here at the map anymore, so they just think we will go for whatever we find, and I think that's fine also. Maybe there's still good treasures here. Let's see, 2 stray sheep, Stray Llama. Okay, so 135 wood, that's the only significant treasure left that would be taken in the 1st age, and some small treasures here in the back of Veni's base. So I think it's fine that they went for the llama. 4 villagers go forward for Black Star. Okay, they did get scouted by this hero. So that's actually huge. I mean, that's a lot of villagers. Of course he's going to build a blockhouse with it, but 4 villagers is just so many villagers for one blockhouse. It's like he wants to be really aggressive, and wants to get up his blockhouse as soon as possible. 4 master building a war hut, getting sieged by Veni's hero, and it takes a lot of more siege damage during the building, so he probably wants to rush this war hut here, and that's why he's even sieging with a scout. Only does 5 siege, but times 4 during construction, so 20 siege now. And every siege they do here, they don't have to do while they're under the fire of units and of the war hut. So what they're trying to do is prepare for a push they're going to do later on. As you can see, it's almost halfway down already, and now that it's up, he's going to go away with his scout and his hero. I see no forward, now 2 forward villagers for Veni, and let's see if there's going to be a forward base for Snow, or if it's going to be in his base. He's got this tower, and that's really going to help him if he builds it like close to the war hut. Also, 5 musketeers are now out, and I would expect 5 Cossacks out. He didn't even send a shipment in the 1st age, so definitely got a lot of potential here for early aggression. Let's see what they're going to do with it, and it's going to be stable for Veni. 2 stables for Snow here, so he might actually send like 700 gold. He's only gathering food, so I expect 700 gold actually, if he wants to get out 10 hussar early on. Otherwise you cannot supplement 2 stables, and there it is, 700 gold, trying to get out 10 hussars early on to be as aggressive as they can. On the other hand, 4 master going 700 wood first. Of course that's needed for your first units and for your war hut. If you don't send 700 wood, you can't really get out units consistently, but now he can get out a lot of Mesa Haltins just because he is only gathering food, and he got the wood from the shipment, and made 6 Puma against the 5 Cossacks and the stable of Veni, so they've now got a total of 10 cavalry, and 10 cavalry from Snow here also coming in. And look at the military population, it's actually quite even, so let's see what they can make of the units. It's going to be very significant. Veni's units are running away here, and if they don't come back on time, they're trying to kill this hero. If they are not here on time, then maybe it can do some damage, but it looks like they are right here now. Puma control really pay attention to the Pumas. They have good siege potential, but also have to take down this cavalry. 4 more cavalry from Dexter coming out. Now he's got all 3 of his unit shipments here out. Snow has got his 10 cavalry battling with the Hussar and the Cossack of the other teams. Well, the Mesohaltin are just being teared apart by 2 Cossack here and by all the Strelets and Musketeers here. And it looks like Veni and Blacks are definitely in a very good lead here. The 4 Master sending 10 Mesohaltin, but they came a little bit too late, and now the 10 Hussar of Snow are all dead except 2 that are just running around, and all the Pumas of 4 Masters are dead, which means no more anti-cavalry, where there's still 2 more Hussars and 1 Cossack of Team Veni, and they're just going to come in here and kill all these Mesohaltins because they do very good damage against Mesohaltins. Mesohaltins don't do very well against Hussars. Now 4 more Hussars of Veni he has added and going to go in and take these Mesohaltins. Let's see how many cavalry of Snow comes out. He's ending a market and a house, but what really matters here is how many units he's going to have. And for 4 Master the same thing. Let's see if he's got 9 Mesohaltins, so he can still send 1 more military shipment, but I'm not quite sure if it's going to be the best idea to send that. Yeah, he does do it now. He just thinks it's absolutely necessary, and he could be right, because this push is just going to be very hard to hold. But only 2 more Hussar left. Well, 1, but is almost down. So these 9 Mesohaltins, what are they going to do? They're just going to get killed off by all these Musketeers and Strelets, and also 2 more Hussar of Veni. So these 9 Mesohaltins maybe should have popped out of the town center. I'm not quite sure. They did have some Coyote, which killed off a lot of Musketeers quite nicely. But is it going to be enough to push back? Let's see if Snow has any more units anywhere else on the field. Now he's just got these 6 Musketeers he sent from this outpost, which is in a flanking position, so that's good for them. But only got 8 more Hussars now. Okay. On the other hand, 4 Master has got no military units. It says like it's got 1, but I'm not quite sure where it is. Oh, there we have 2 Coyote, but now the Warhead is down, and they're saying GG because this rush has just been shut down, and they are going to steamroll from here, and that's going to be the end of this game. And I think they're right about that. I think they're right about resigning at this point, just because they lost that early fight so badly, and from now on they're just going to steamroll into a win. So if the Snow is going to be resigning here, then we will officially have 3-0 for Team Veni and Blackstar. He's just going to show off his mass probably, and he's got a lot of Hussars, but it's of course not going to be enough against his Musketeer mass. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. GG. Veni Vidi Vici and Blackstar here. 3-0. Let me adjust the score. Against Snow and 4 Master, and that means they have won this finals of this invitational tournament. So it was definitely a very it was very fun. I think the first 2 games were maybe a little bit better, and the game that was out of sync was definitely the best game in there. It was just very exciting to watch, back and forth, a lot of good mechanics we saw in there. Well, this is just a little bit simpler game, I guess. On the other hand, it's fun to see a little bit of a rush early on, and to see what your shipments and your units matter so early on. Let's take a look at the military unit count when the first battle was here. It's just, let's take on team stats. So Veni really had a lot more units out, probably because of the 5 Cossacks, 13 Strelets and 4 Cossacks of Blackstar, and because 4 Master started with 700 wood, so he needed some time to send all his military shipments, while Blackstar went just full on aggressive shipments. And you can see that here, like he had a lot more, and that means 4 Master and Snow really lost a lot of units in this early fight, and when more units came out they already had a huge advantage, so Veni could just keep steamrolling them with his hussars. Most of the time they didn't have enough anti-cavalry, and Veni could just really use his cavalry to take down all the Mesohaltins. So resource gathered. Okay, so they were actually ahead, probably because of the British, but because of Russia didn't care about his eco too much. But it didn't really matter because the military position, military composition of the other team was just so much better. Let's see, villager population. Yeah. So yeah, that is it. That was the finals of this 2v2 tournament, and with that, it's now officially over, and I had a lot of fun. I casted a lot of games in this tournament, and yeah, I really liked it, and I really hope you did too. Of course, not always under the best circumstances, with people leaving, or like ESO that is out, or the game volumes that are not right, or an out of sync. It's not always the most ideal setup, but I still had a lot of fun, and I hope you had too with seeing this. And yeah, thank you all for playing, all the players in this invitational, and of course the players in this finals. Thank you for taking the time to provide some quality, well, some kind of quality content. Let's call it that way. Yeah, shipping 3 Hus and skip fills, and he Veni now saying that he sent 3 Hus as his French, and they skipped all the villagers as Russia, because otherwise he was scared to lose to the 700 coin 2 stable start from Snow, and because of the Aztec. So yeah, thank you a lot for playing and for watching, everybody. I'm now going to quit out this stream again and eat another banana or something, and yeah, I'm going to see you all next time. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for playing. I hope to see you again at ESOC someday, so thank you.